So even though most people have been struggling with a lot of their conditions for weeks or months, when they come in to see you, they want the results yesterday. So if you can give them the results right now, today, they'll be happy to come back even tomorrow.
Welcome to the FlowScribe podcast, a show where we help you grow your clinic with practical tips for marketing, client support, and building treatment programs that you can passively use to turn your clients into raving fans and a referral army.
Hey, this is Doc Yates. Welcome to the FlowScribe podcast, brought to you by FlowScribe.com. And today I want to talk about having tricks up your sleeve that can get results instantly, right now. Things that people will instantly notice the difference or very, very quickly notice the difference in your practice. And if you're dealing with a lot of chronic conditions, you know a lot of it's just not possible. Like, things take time to treat. But when you're going through a case, if there's multiple concerns, and there almost always is, you want to make sure you have the plan ready for the more chronic conditions ready, the things that people will be working on at home. But then you need to look for the things, where are the opportunities that you can get the person results right now, right that second. Ideally, they get off the table and you're like, how's this? And then I always say to someone, is it the same? Is it better? Or is it worse? So then you, by saying that, is it same, better, or worse, they don't feel like you're coming at them with a bias. You're not being like, is it better? Is it better? And then they feel like they have to comply, but then when they get home, they're like, I said it was better, but it's not really better. You just say, same, better, or worse. No emotion to that tone, just same, better, or worse. You are a practitioner, and they want to know that you are working with them as like it's a study, and you, by knowing that answer, you will determine what your next step is. So if they say that way, if they don't feel like if they say, it's the same, you've got another trick up your sleeve. You're ready to go. So you say same, better, or worse. And if it's better right away, they're the ones who are going to be shocked. Like, holy crap, like I've already seen like multiple practitioners for this, and now it's instantly better. That's something that puts a big feather in your cap for that client, for you, and it's going to make them refer everyone. So number one, when you can get that instant result, and we'll go through some examples after, but it gives instant credibility to you. There's a lot of people, especially people who have never seen, I'll use the term alternative health practitioners. So chiros, naturopaths, acupuncturists, massage therapists, osteopaths. Anyone who's not a medical doctor or a surgeon is considered alternative health. A lot of people, if they've never seen an alternative health practitioner before, they're already coming with that wonder, like, I don't even know if this is going to do anything. It's not like they've done the studies. They haven't done the research. They have nothing to back up to see what we've already seen, the results that we can get. And if maybe the only advice they got was from their medical doctor, who probably also hasn't done any of the research about it, he's like, I don't think it does anything. That's all quack. They're a bunch of quacks. You deliver something where it's instant results. So if they got 5 complaints and one of them you can instantly get a result, get it in that office on that first visit. It instantly builds credibility, and they're like, oh, well, I've been seeing my doctor for years, and he always just kind of does a blood test and then ignores my concerns and says everything is okay. And then you just fix this in 35 seconds. Huge boost in your credibility. And you want that right off the bat. You want rapport, you want credibility right off the start. And you're like, I don't feel like I need to be credible. I already know I'm credible. Yes, you are, but every client you have to start from ground zero and build up credibility again. Even if you've helped 1,000 people, they don't know those 1,000 people, and unless they're coming from a referral from someone else you got instant results with, you're starting at ground zero. Which is the second point. When you get instant results, you get increased referrals rapidly. It almost gives a story to tell. Like everyone, when you were early in practice or a student, you heard stories like, oh, I heard so-and-so saw this person, they just did this one thing and the person was better. My uncle saw so-and-so and it took one visit and he was healed. Those, you cannot buy advertising as good as that. There's nothing you can do that's going to give advertising as good as that. And someone's like, no way. Like, they're going to bat for you forever now when you get those quick results. Forever. They're like, well, what about those other concerns? Like, they're like, oh, they got like 2 out of my 5 concerns. One of them they got in 30 seconds. That's the one they're going to tell everyone about. So you're going to get a lot more referrals. Number 3, compliance. If you imagine this. Sorry, I'm trying to speak. I'm getting too hyped up here. You go to see a practitioner or someone, anything, and they're like, okay, I can get you results, but it's going to cost, X amount of money. It's going to take 10 visits, and you're going to have to be doing these changes over the next 5 months versus we could do this one thing right now. They're going to go for that. Like, if you have a done-for-you service that takes no time and doesn't cost a lot of extra money, everyone's going to go for that. And because of it, they don't even have to worry about compliance because it's done right there. And then once you get that result, then you build up that credibility that they'd be way more likely to comply. Because that's taking us to the 4th point, increase motivation. They're like, okay, whoa, if I can get this one thing done in 30 seconds and he knew that, imagine how much better results if I hang with this practitioner, hang with this guy for the next few weeks, for the next few months. Or what if he becomes my practitioner and I just keep following his advice for everything else? I'm going to be way further ahead, because think about how much result he got in 30 seconds. It's like guys that you see give massive value, like people who spill huge secrets on YouTube, like, oh, here's how you build it, $1 billion business or $1 million business, and they give you all the secrets right there. You're like, whoa, if this guy's giving me all of this advice right now for free, imagine if I paid him for his course. That's how it works. It's the same thing when you're in office. Huge motivation, because people are like, wow, if this is what he can get in such, or he or she, they can get in such a short period of time, which means the 5th point is that now you have a huge increase in your buy-in for longer-term treatments and for longer-term outcomes. So you focus on the acute, the quick results, and then you build it into a program that you can use to get even more results with the more chronic conditions long-term. So what are some examples? You're like, whoa, what are some things that we can actually do? I don't know what you do for work. If you're a chiro, if you're an acupuncturist, if you're a massage therapist, or a naturopath. Let me give some examples though. In naturopathic, B12 shots. Someone comes with low energy, you give them a B12 shot, by the end of the afternoon, they're like, holy crap, like I actually feel way better. I normally get home from work and I just got to lay on the couch the whole day, and now I'm cleaning my house, I'm doing laundry. B12 shots, fast results, very inexpensive, done for you, boom. Another example, so if you're a chiro, there's a lot of great adjustments that can work really well. Some of the easy ones too that people forget about, adjustments for the foot bone adjustments, ankle adjustments. The reason I bring this one up, because I just did one today in the office, and the person went from coming in walking like a pirate to within 30 seconds being like, wow, I'm completely better. And thing is, people don't usually think about getting their foot adjusted, so there's probably a lot of things that are generally locked up in someone's foot when they come in with foot pain and reduced mobility in their ankle. A few adjustments, and it's like a miracle to them. Stomach adjustments. This is a huge one. If you're not doing any type of stomach adjustments for hiatal hernias, heartburn, you better figure that one out, because it is huge and it gets results. Now, it's not often instant, but when I first learned this, I learned this from a chiropractor in the Boston area, and they're like, yeah, this person has severe heartburn, and honestly, it was such a good show. So this person has severe heartburn, and they were just like, okay, so what flares it up? And they were like, orange juice. And just coincidentally, they had some orange juice in the fridge of the clinic. They're like, okay, go pour me a glass. And they did this adjustment to the person, and then like, here, drink the orange juice. And they were like, you can tell they didn't want to. And they drank it, and they were fine. And their face was just like, holy crap. Like, it was instant and instantaneous. So it's not always instant for that one, but generally within 1 to 3 adjustments, something that they were told that they're going to be on heartburn medication for life, and it's gone within a few days. That's a quick, instant result, relatively speaking. If you're an acupuncture, Chi-clef points. Chi-clef points are amazing. You can go to the area of pain, you go to the Chi-clef point on the meridian, you push that down, you massage it for a bit, and then you get them to move that exact same joint through the same range of motion, and then you say, same, better, or worse. And then you can go to the Chi-clef point, or related sheet cleft points. So these are, if you don't know acupuncture, sheet cleft points are the pain points. You literally just push them on with your thumb for a bit, stimulates it, and then they get the person to move that joint, and you will see an increased range of motion with reduction of pain within 10 seconds when you get the right points. So you want to make sure that you know these techniques. I'd say another big one for shoulders. Something, if say someone's got like a frozen shoulder, you do a pec minor release. So kind of you get them to push against you while you're releasing the pec minor, so they push in the opposite direction. And then you adjust a couple of ribs that everything attaches to. Boom, it's like instant. They'll go from 20 degrees range of motion, and even if it's not full range of motion, they'll gain like 30 degrees range of motion right there. And you just say, like, show me how it is before, show me how it is after, and then you say, does that feel same, better, or worse? And you already know the answer because you see them moving it, and they're like, holy crap, this is like way better right now. Those are what I like to use in office. There's other tricks that you can use, but you're always looking for something to demonstrate when you have the option, a result right away. Now, if someone comes in and their only thing is like, I have osteoarthritis, then you at least want to still try to give some sort of timeline. If you're making them do harder changes, like that example, osteoarthritis, I'm putting them on an anti-inflammatory diet, and I say, before we do anything structural, we really want to dial in the inflammation, I need you to do this, and give them, if they think it's indefinite, it's going to be too hard. They're like, I don't want to have to eat like this forever. I'm like, you don't, but you need to do this for 3 to 4 weeks before we start making adjustments. Can you do this for 3 to 4 weeks? And they're thinking in their head, well, I've already been on taking these like liver-destroying painkillers for the last 3 to 4 years. Yeah, I can do 3 or 4 weeks of this. Look for the quick fixes, knowing that that's often what it takes to motivate the long-term changes. I hope this was helpful. This is Doc Yates, signing off.
Thanks for tuning in to the FlowScribe podcast. To learn how FlowScribe can help build your clinic, go to flowscribe.com.